That's right, Trailblazers fans. You are not mishearing what's going on there because that's right. Panic at the Disco. Tonight they are victorious. The Blazers go and win their third game in a row. They went into the land that Mickey built and they left the magic going home goofy, Brenden. That's
I
what
love
they
it.
do. I'm keeping that one in the back pocket. You might hear it tomorrow on game day. But they grabbed the victory 101-79 over the Orlando Magic. And this was one of those games where I think offense was nowhere to be seen for a little bit. But you also have to credit the Blazers and their ability to play some pretty darn good defense when they needed to get it done. They forced 22 Orlando Magic turnovers that turned that into 22 Trailblazers points. And again, the performance defensively kind of set them apart, especially down the stretch. And of course, as we will break down the box score in a minute, but when you hold Paulo Banchero to 1 of 14 from the floor, you're going to put yourself in a pretty darn good spot when it comes to trying to win a basketball game. If you want to join in on the conversation with me today, Chris J. Burkhardt is the name on social media. You can also go to youtube.com, type in Rip City Radio, or you can grab your telephone, dial 503-248-0620. I shall warn you ahead of time that it's going to be a fairly quick show tonight because we got Seattle Kraken waiting in the wings.
The Kraken, you say?
The Kraken, the puck's going to drop here in a few minutes. Got to get over that hockey game, but we'll go for a little bit here. Don't worry, we're not ending now. We're going to have some fun first. Let's go head over to the YouTube chat that I love so much, where Eric Weldon said, it's my favorite post-game show. Yeah, I know. I always have to explain that to people like, oh, you're the post show? Well, technically, yeah, but like I'm the post-game show, post show, and the pre show. I know how to party. We party early. Like we're not the fan who shows up, right before the game. We tailgate over here with Trailblazers game day. And then when the game ends, the party's just getting started. That's how we roll. We're that kind of fan over here. That's how we have fun. Chesvik says, forget the tank. Yeah, the tank is still there, but 3 wins in a row doesn't help. It doesn't help. And a win tomorrow night in Charlotte might hurt you just a little bit too, as the Hornets are currently the 5th worst team in the league. Portland is the 7th worst team in the league. Sadly enough, you want to know who's right behind Portland with the 8th worst record in the league, Brenden? The Philadelphia 76ers.
Ooh, woof.
And you know what's bad about that? They are in the hunt here. They've lost 7 in a row. They're in the hunt for a good lottery pick. They could sneak in, and their pick goes to Oklahoma City.
Ouch. Which the Thunder and Sam Presti just get richer, man. It really is. They are the 1% of the NBA. The rich just get richer, bro.
The rich get richer. That's dirty, dirty stuff. But we'll see what happens tomorrow night in Charlotte. For those of you keeping tabs, Charlotte star guard Brandon Miller is out for the rest of the season. He had to have some surgery done today, and he's not going to see the court again this year. So Portland could take advantage of that. This is also a Charlotte team tomorrow night that is not very good. I mean, they have been doing this. They've been doing this whole, hey, we're rebuilding now for a minute, and they haven't got it to work. That's why that's why I'm always anti-team tank, man, because it never goes how you want it to. These things take way too much time sometimes, and then you find out that time wasn't even well spent. Eric Weldon says time for the Sixers to get back to the process. No, they need to start winning so that pick does not go to Oklahoma City. Can you imagine if this is here? Like, could you imagine Philadelphia like lucking into the first overall pick?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, talk about trusting the process, man.
Or
that'd be nuts. But hey, no one saw the Hawks coming last year.
Or San Antonio. What if San Antonio gets Flag and Wemby? Oh, man. Timmy Hammock right off the bat throwing strays at Brenden. Haymakers. You know what? Speaking of strays and haymakers, Brenden.
Yeah, I'm really not doing this again. I'm not really in the mood.
Before you get mad at Beavers, first off, we did say that I did text him. Like I said, don't get too upset. He's good natured. He's having fun. But I messaged him and said that there's going to be at some point, it's going to be Timmy Hammock and Chris versus Victor and Brenden in a steel cage match.
Yeah, I might rock with Victor.
But totally random thought I had during this game would be how cool, well, cool is probably not the word, epic, satisfying would it be if there were a major trade to happen. Not necessarily for the Blazers, just like a major blockbuster trade to happen in the next 2 weeks before the trade deadline. And out of nowhere, Adrian Wojnarowski tweeted about it and beat Shams to the punch. Like, wouldn't that be good? Like, I'm not even in this game anymore. Boom.
That'd
Woj
be cool.
bomb.
Yeah.
Like, that would be pretty good. It'd be pretty good. All right, let's get back to this game tonight, though. Let's take a look at the box score, starting on the Orlando Magic side of things. As I said, Paulo Banchero, rough game for him. He had just 8 points, 6 of those points coming from the free throw stripe. He was 1 of 14 from the floor, 0 of 4 from beyond the arc. He did have 9 rebounds and 6 assists, so he was finding ways to try to impact the game, but definitely wasn't coming in the scoring ranks. Franz Wagner, who made his return after missing 20 games. He had 20 points on 9 of 19 shooting, so a very good game for him, and his return didn't show a lot of rust. Wendell Carter Jr. had just 3 points and 6 rebounds, 7 points for Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Rounding out the starters for the Magic, Anthony Black had 12 points in this one. And you look at this team, man, I know it's the easy connection to make because he's from there. But when you talk about trade targets and teams you can mess with, you cannot tell me to look at that lineup and go, okay, Paulo's good. Franz is very good. I do like Wendell Carter at that position for them. If you could keep Anthony Black running the point and sub Ant in there instead of Contavious Caldwell-Pope and give them another shooter, that's a nasty little lineup. That's a nasty little lineup. I would continue to watch Orlando as a player for Anthony Simons. Also off the bench, the Magic were led by Tristan da Silva, who had 16 points. On the Blazers side of things, 5 different Blazers scored in double figures. They were led by Anthony Simons, who had one of those, hey, hometown, remember me? Look how good I am. He had 21 points on 8 of 15 shooting, 3 of 6 from beyond the arc. He also had 3 rebounds and 3 assists. Tumani Kamara had 16 points, 6 boards, 3 assists, and 2 block shots. Jeremy Grant, 12 points, 2 block shots. He also had 4 rebounds. Denny Avdia, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Shaedon Sharpe, he had 7 points in this one on 3 of 11 shooting, so not a stellar game for him. You would hope that he continues to find ways to, bounce back when he can. And then Scoot Henderson fouled out late in this one. That's not great. He only played 14 minutes. Of course, I would have liked to see him get some more run. A little bit unfortunate that, every Ant's healthy and they move some things around and Scoot's not in the starting lineup. I mean, I feel like you could have very easily continued to go with, even with Robert Williams playing, like you could have found a way to, go Ant and, you could have gone Ant and Scoot at the 1 and 2. Instead, you went Ant, Denny, 2, Jeremy, and Robert Williams. And that's a little bit disheartening, man. I want to see Scoot out there. I think you could tell that it kind of sucks for him. He's putting in the work. He's playing well. And then in and out. You don't know where you're going to go with him. And it ended up being a bad game for him. Again, 4 points, 2 assists, only 1 turnover. So we'll take that one and enjoy that. But yeah, 6 personal fouls fouled out early. Delano Banton, though, he had 10 points in this one off the Blazers bench. So that rounds out what the Blazers were able to do. The rebounding battle, they lost to the Magic 44-42, but I'll keep that nice and close. They held Orlando to just 17 assists, while Portland had 23. The biggest lead of the night for Portland was 25. There was 9 lead changes. The game was tied 8 times. But again, Blazers forced 22 turnovers, turned into 22 points. That was a big factor in this one, in knocking Orlando off their game. They also dominated in the paint. Portland had 58 points in the paint. Orlando had just 30. And again, you go into these games, you take care of business. You got to appreciate them working their tail off because it worked. It worked out. Timmy Hammock says, "Wear the Metallica shirt." I should have bought the "And Justice for All" flannel that was on sale that dropped yesterday. Pretty sure that bad boy sold out. I should have bought that so I could have wore the Metallica flannel to work for you guys, just so you get off my back. But let's see. Too many chats over here. You guys are going crazy. Aaron Weldon says you'll be up until the next Blazers game day. Sorry, Chris Burkhardt at 2 p.m. tomorrow. That's because Timmy Hammock says he's had 5 energy drinks today. Okay, yeah, that's right. Hey, 2 p.m. tomorrow. We're right back at it, man. We don't waste time around here. You guys are having too much fun, though. I had 1 energy drink today just to get through this because I don't know about you guys. I know I'm not alone, but don't these games throw you off? Like, It's 7 o'clock right now. Usually game day starting around like 9:30, and this throws me off big time. Like it's like 10 o'clock in my head. I'm tired. I'm tired. Throws me off. These early tips. There's something else, man. Absolutely something else. This is Blazers fifth quarter, not game day. This is the fifth quarter. We are gonna take a break here though. When we come back, we're gonna give you a shot of the night, drive of the night, talk a little more Blazers. Still got a coach's corner to get to, game balls. And like I said, we're going to get out of here fairly quickly tonight because we got to get over to that Kraken hockey game here on Riv City Radio 620. Not just your home of the Trailblazers, your home of the Seattle Kraken. And you're only a few months away from Hillsboro Hop action too, man. You like live sports? We got you covered. Chris Burkhardt here. Brenden Slaughter joining me on the other side of the glass. This is the fifth quarter presented by Coors Light on your home of the Blazers, Riv City Radio 620.
It's time for the fifth quarter shot of the night on your home of the Portland Trailblazers, 620 Rip City Radio.
5 to shoot. Attacks, stops, kicks. Sharp drives uncontested to the rim and hammers it down. Blazers lead by 15.
It's time for the fifth quarter drive of the night on your home of the Portland Trailblazers, 620 Rip City Radio.
Bounce pass to Simons. Simons steps to the side, three-pointer, buries it. 21 for Anthony Simons, and the Blazers have a 20-point lead.
And that lead would hold as the Blazers grab a 101-79 victory over the Orlando Magic. They have now won 3 in a row. Shout out to the Portland Trailblazers. That's always nice. I know some people aren't too happy because Team Tank is completely in shambles right now. Oh no, they didn't lose. What are we ever gonna do? We need to get in the tank, guys, because we need a bunch of those unproven products. Cooper Flag, they tell he's gonna be good, but I don't know yet. I'm telling you, winning matters, man. I like the win. And when it comes to losing, boy howdy, let me tell you something real quick. Blazers are going to lose. There are still a lot of losses on this schedule. If you take a look at what their upcoming schedule is, I'm going to look at this real quick. Like, these are the games they still have left. They're going to wrap up this road trip against the Hornets, and then they come home. When they come home for a very nice 7-game homestand, they got Oklahoma City. They got Milwaukee. They got Orlando again, who I would think can bounce back. They get Phoenix twice. Right before the deadline. You never know. They might have Jimmy Butler by then. They get Indiana, and then they have Sacramento all on that. And there's a couple tough games in there. A couple, no squeakers. Like, no game like, okay, that's the one they're winning. I mean, you can maybe go, okay, Sacramento's had their ups and downs, but we're talking Indiana, Milwaukee. Those are playoff teams, right? We're talking Sacramento. Talking Phoenix, who's right in there. These are playoff teams. Oklahoma City, yeah, we know how good that team is, right? So this thing gets gnarly, and it gets gnarly pretty quick. When they go on the road, they get Minnesota, who's a playoff team at this point, play in. 2 against Denver. Los Angeles, who LeBron seems to think they're just a piece or 2 away. Well, every team is a piece or 2 away, but Los Angeles is still 5th in the league right now, playing decent ball. Winners of 1 in a row, go Lakers, right? But they can strike you. So it's like none of these games are easy. And then you get Charlotte again, February 22nd, and then Utah, Washington, Brooklyn. There's a little bit of a stretch of easy games, right? But then you get your first against Cleveland because you still got to play them twice. You got at Boston, at Oklahoma City, Golden State, New York, Memphis, another game against Denver on the schedule. Oh, Boston and Cleveland coming to town. Another game against New York. It's like there are L's upon L's upon L's looking at this schedule. It's going to be interesting to see how it all flattens out. I mean, no one's catching Washington. Washington is they're bad. And I think you could be worse than the Blazers because Washington, I don't even know what their prospects are. I mean, that team is just built poorly. No one to really go, oh, that's the guy. I mean, yeah, last year with the SAR and all that, but still, they got work to do. Tim says, let's take that shirt off, big fella. No, there's a shirt on under it. We are not going fifth quarter after dark, like Pac-12 after dark. Fifth quarter after dark can't happen till like at least 11 p.m. So you guys, I don't think you're going to keep me for the next 3 hours.
Yeah, fifth quarter after dark also has like a live from a like Spirit of 77 vibe to it, or some other Rip City affiliated bar. I'd be down with that. Let's work on that.
Hey, speaking of that, if you guys are getting to the game early that is the 28th, right? That game against the Milwaukee, the return of Damian Lillard, Tuesday, January 28th. That game, if you get there early, I will not be up at the Pines. I will be, and Rip City Drive will be starting early too. And Chad usually does it up at the Pines empty. No, we will be live from Dr. Jack's. So if you get there early when Dr. Jack's opens and come on in, you can see Chad and I sitting down at the table. You can, maybe I'll put a headset on you. You can join me for a little bit on Blazers game day. on that Tuesday. But yeah, that's exciting. So we're getting out of the Moda for a minute, getting over to Dr. Jack's, and which is kind of cool because the doors to Moda open at 5:45. So by the time my show is done, people are finally just getting up there. But no, this is a chance if you get there early and you go over to Dr. Jack's, come say hi. So once again, your reminder, Tuesday's game against the Bucks, Blazers game day, will be live from Dr. Jack's. So thanks for that inadvertent reminder there, Brendan.
Yes, sir. You know I'm here.
Tony Roma's like the old fifth quarter. Oh boy, throwback, Ryan.
Dude, I don't do they even still exist? Or they
I
get
don't know.
BK'd?
I don't know. Remember when I worked at NBC and it was talking ball live from Blitzlad. Hey, Tyler, chill, okay? Hey, just because you're on hold doesn't mean I have to go to you as soon as you call in. This is what happens when your friends start calling the show. They start complaining. I'm on hold. Well, let's go out there to old Tyler. Tyler, the call says you've been on hold for 8 minutes. 5 minutes of that was a commercial break, dude.
Chris, in case anyone's interested, yes, Tony Romo's still around, man.
Hey, turn that phone on. Why am I not? Come on. Tyler, are you there?
Back, buddy.
There you are.
Right?
What's up?
So, no, just quick. So, trading. I do not think that we should trade Williams III.
Yeah.
He can help Klingen, right? You have Denny and you have two that are defensive. Oh, it's beautiful, buddy. We're looking at blocks. We're looking at steals. We're looking at defense all day long. Bari. Look what Bari did today. Why is he not playing?
Why is he not playing?
Why is Bari not playing?
Because
he
he's
can't
Jabari
dribble.
Walker, guys.
He can't. No, but here's my problem: is that the coach keeps putting him as a center. He's 6'5". He's 6'5". You don't put a 6'5" player at center. Knock it off. Would you agree or no?
I mean, you can go undersized, but yeah, he's probably. Here's the thing: he's slow, so he has to get stuck in that 5 spot. He's not a prototypical 4, especially in today's NBA. So you got to slot him down there a little bit. You can go small. Ben Wallace was listed at 6'9". I don't know if he was 6'9", but he was a small center. You can get away with it in certain cases.
But at the end of the day, why are we putting him at center? Knock it off.
Who else?
Put Kamara at center. You know what I mean?
Don't
like,
put Jabari in center because he's small. So put Tamani Kamara out there, sir. Have you been drinking this evening?
No, but I do know that Kamara can play against the center if he wants to play against the center.
Yeah, but Tamani gets switched up on them all the time.
Absolutely. Yeah. And how does he do?
He does all right.
He does pretty darn good, doesn't he?
Yeah, but you got to play him more in the switch. He's too good to just sit in the paint defensively.
You're not wrong, but so you're saying Jabari deserves to just be down there and hope all goes well?
Did it work tonight for him?
6 steals says he did all right.
Yeah, he did all right.
He was also help defense, and that's what Portland needs. That's what Portland's building. I think we have a chance. Don't trade Williams III. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I wouldn't try. I don't think you're going to trade him right now. I think anything you're hearing regarding that is definitely rumors because that's the part of the year. But I think Portland, judging the conversations we've had, they like him. The injury thing doesn't really bother them as long as they can find a way to get him on the floor. I think he's a leader in the locker room. I think he matches up. One thing that I think that if they want Klingen to be the starter of the future, that it makes more sense to have Robert Williams because they play such a similar game. You can run those guys in, and you're not changing your offense a ton. As where you're changing your offense, whether you're playing Robert Williams or DeAndre Ayton, because they play such a different game. Like one's a pick and pop guy, one's a pick and roll guy. So no, I see value, a ton of value in keeping Robert Williams. But I also would not say no if the right deal came along.
Good point. And I keep hearing the talking heads. We're going to call them talking heads because it's all these big market, all these teams. Oh, they need to go to either the Lakers. They need to go to the Clippers, even though Clippers are whatever. They need to go to Miami. He needs to go to Boston again. He needs to go to New York. You know what I mean? Houston, Golden State. Like, I keep hearing he needs to go here because he'd just be better there. And it's like, dude, calm down. Can't we just have a good player every once in a while? You know what I'm saying?
Every once in a while, you would think so. But again, that's how talking heads work and these aggregate accounts work. I mean, we've been seeing it all day. We saw this. We talked about this the other day, Tyler. You're already seeing this these rumors of rumors. I use that term very, very loosely because here's the deal: if I talk to myself in a room, can I go around and say, yeah, so I heard people talking about, right? Like, here I am alone going, I heard that the Blazers might trade for LeBron. Chris, did you know that? And then I'm going to go tell all my friends, dude, guess what I heard? That's about how some of these rumors are coming across. Because you saw the one yesterday people were asking me about in the chat. Like, I see this rumor going around that the Suns are interested in Denny Avdia, and that they might, and Portland could do some stuff to facilitate Nurkic back to Portland. I'm like, do you hear yourself? You are out here just getting clicks because that is the dumbest thing. Portland traded away first-round pick and Malcolm Brogdon to get Denny Avdia, and then they're going to trade him back to Phoenix to bring Yusuf Nurkic back, who they don't need. Check yourself. Right. Rumor season is done.
Yeah. I hear you there, but it's fun to listen to.
Oh, it's fun to listen to.
It's so much fun. All right, buddy, I got to get off the line. I have a family to feed or something.
Yeah, good thing you know how to cook. Sorry, I kept you on hold for a whole 2 minutes of airtime.
It was too much. That's all I'm saying. Have a good night, buddy.
Later. Next time I'm going to commercial break. He's gonna wait through 2 commercial break last time.
I don't know if I believe him about being sober, Chris.
Oh no, he is. Trust me, I know him very well. That's just how he is. To be fair, he texted me after last time he was on, and he goes, "Bro, I was so nervous." Well, it's just a phone call. Just phone call.
That's funny.
Maybe he was just a little nervous here too. So no, I promise you guys, he's not drunk. But if you were, who cares? Have some fun with it. But just as long as you're drinking responsibly, right? And as long as you're drinking Coors Light, sponsor of the fifth quarter. I mean, come on. Then it all makes tons of sense. A ton of sense. But no, you guys are going off in the chat, having some fun. And yeah, you guys want me to play the Jackie Moon role for this team? Okay. I can get down.
Only if you can do free throws like Jackie. Granny style.
So what you're saying is Blazers need to have like Jabari Walker fight a bear? Like,
yeah, I'd be down. I mean, I'd love it.
No, I mean, if you're going to put a Blazer in a fight against a bear, I guess Jabari Walker makes sense because he looks like he has knockout power. Like, he's got them big paws on him. Like, he looks like he could knock a dude out.
Robert Williams would be in that mix for me too.
Robert Williams is big, but he looks just like a little bit more of a lover than a fighter. Jabari, like Dame was into boxing, like he had the quickness, right? But Jabari just like looks like he'd just be the guy who just like takes all the punches and just one, you're done. So yeah, Jackie Moon, Flint Tropics. Let's go.
Yeah,
baby.
I just watched that movie the other day. It was on TV, and I'm like, oh gosh, so great, man. Woody Harrelson too.
Hey,
it's just a good movie.
Will had a run there of all his fake sports movies: Talladega Nights, Blades of Glory.
You tell me any of them that are bad, man. Like, he was on it, dude.
I don't know. Some people didn't like Blades of Glory. It was a little.
Okay, I'll give you that one, but like Talladega Nights.
Talladega Nights
awesome.
was good. My wife,
I'll throw
my
in
wife
Step
doesn't
Brothers,
like that
even
one.
though it's not sports. But that run in like the mid 2000s, man, Will Ferrell was on
Step
fire.
Brothers was good. He also went off, and he has some good movies that aren't his go-to comedies. I think Stranger Than Fiction is good.
Good pull.
And Everything Must Go is an interesting watch.
I've watched that one too. Yeah,
like
good move.
They're not bad. It's just people don't like them because they're expecting a Will Ferrell movie, and it's
right, totally
not exactly the way you go. Yeah, Air Weldon says Blades of Glory wasn't great. I'm with you on that one. That was just like, okay, you've gone to the well too many times here. It just ain't working. Was the world really clamoring for a ice skating movie?
Probably not, no. But that's why I said you make up for it with, Ricky Bobby, which is going to live on. Like, Ricky Bobby's probably going to end up as like one of the more culturally relevant, just laughing comedies of the 2000s.
Yeah, I mean, come on, let's. I think Air Weldon, we went down this road a couple episodes ago, but what you really should have happened in the glory days of him doing movie spoof movies is he should have made one and called it Pinheads, because we've already established that the world needs more bowling movies. And then it could have been like a fake biopic of Pete Weber, the famous, like, who do you think you are? I am. Like, like the wearing the dark glasses inside while he's bowling. I mean, it would have been epic. Would have been epic. That would have been good. What movie is better, The Three Amigos or Ace Ventura? There's like, ooh, yeah. You say which Ace? There's a big difference. Do you lean one or two?
Oh, Pet Detective is like When Nature Calls. It's all right, but like when you consider Pet Detective and Ray Finkel and Dan Marino, it's untouchable in my opinion.
Sports nut, huh?
Sir.
I don't know, man.
Like 30 years later, I could still laugh to. I wasn't even born when it came out.
Oh no,
That's a legend right there.
I do like When Nature Calls though.
It's solid. To me, like Pet Detective stands above.
Bumblebee tuna. Bumblebee tuna.
That's Air Weldon. Finkel, Einhorn. I mean, how can you not, Chris? Einhorn and Finkel.
Oh my.
What was Einhorn?
Yeah, that's
The plunger scene, just hilarious.
Or the sliding glass door.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Makes me want to go watch it now.
He had a run too. The Ace Ventura movies. What? The Mask. Cable Guy. I watched that one a while back too.
Yeah, I mean, Jim Carrey had his run too. I mean, Dumb and Dumber, the OG, is still one of the funniest. Like, I can watch that cold and still be like, and I've seen it a million times and still laugh, Chris. Like that one still hits too. So, he had a run too.
Yes, they do. All right, Batman Forever. Hey, he was a fun Riddler. He was a fun Riddler. I like Batman Forever for what it was. It definitely appealed to the kid in me when it came out. Now watching it back, I like it for nostalgia purposes, but it's not a great Batman film. It's kind of like the likes of Space Jam. Like, we all hold Space Jam in high regard, despite the fact that it is an objectively terrible movie.
Yeah.
Like, Space Jam is bad. Like, I watched it a while back, and I'm like, this is not as good as I remember. Like,
No.
This is just a bad film. But I love it because nostalgia pop. Nostalgia pop. I also contend that Biodome is the world's best bad movie. I love that movie for how bad it is. Come on, Pauly Shore. That thing's beautiful. That thing's beautiful. All right, we're going to take a quick break here on the fifth quarter while we go down YouTube rabbit holes about Ace Ventura movies. We'll come back with plenty of quotes in the Coach's Corner when we come back on the fifth quarter, presented by Coors Light on your home of the Blazers, Rip City Radio 620.
For the latest on tonight's game, we head to the Coach's Corner with Chauncey Billups.
It was maybe the best defensive performance that I've had since I've been here, for sure. I thought it was a masterpiece. I really did. We locked in, and they missed a lot of shots, but I thought it was because of what we did. And we thought we sped them up a little bit. Thought Jabari was incredible in that first half. Just his hands. He was handsy. He was physical, and we all were. We all were. And then when they finally did get by us, 12 blocks. Rob was incredible. There was so many guys that were amazing on that side of the ball. And they made it really hard for us, too, because they're an elite defensive team every night, So we didn't score very easy. We barely got to 100. So their defense was humming as well. But we were able to get through, and I thought we shared the ball pretty good, and we got pretty good looks. But it was an amazing game for our team.
You mentioned Jabari, he was fantastic, but also, Tumani, it seemed really was getting under their skin. What did you see from him defensively? Just
two being two. He does. He gets under a lot of people's skin with just his physicality. He's all over the place. He's become that type of defender and that type of player that everybody's looking for him when he's on the floor. So I thought he had some amazing moments, a couple steals, a couple blocks, hit a couple, big threes for us. So two was really good in the game.
Denny tonight as well, too, seemed like we talked about a physical game. It seemed like he was physical out there as well.
Yeah, the tone was set very early in the game. Both teams were going to the basket. We played very physical, both teams. And so I told our guys in that first time out, it's our kind of game. It's going to be a knockdown, drag out. It's our kind of game, so keep playing, keep being physical. That suits Denny just fine, like most of our guys. But I just thought overall we were just so connected, even in our tough moments in the game, we just stayed together. We were really connected.
And you did mention Rob, but it seemed like he really gave you something on both ends tonight.
Man, Rob was incredible. He was incredible, We will obviously look at, some of his blocks and that crazy lob that he caught.
Yeah.
But there's so many small things with Rob, just his talk on the floor, him getting guys together during free throws, talking about this and that matchups, what we're in, what we're trying to do. Just his leadership and stuff out there are something that nobody really talks about because his plays are so loud. But man, Rob was amazing.
Well, there you hear Coach Billups, and it is time now, Brenden, to hand out a game ball. Williams, like Coach said, he was incredible. He scored just 8 points, but that doesn't matter. He had 4 block shots, 12 rebounds, impacted the game majorly on the defensive side, which is exactly what the Blazers needed. So shout out, Rob! You get the game ball. See, now as Robert Williams, where did that come in? Was that you agreeing with me, Eric Weldon, or was that you saying who the game ball should go to, and you and I are just on the same page, right? Robert Williams, only 8 points, but he impacted the game. Also, Brenden, you guys, this is beautiful.
But to the natives, Shikaka. 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 Shikasha. Shish kebab. Shawshank Redemption. Chicago! You're out of there! Go on. You're gone. Go on.
That one scene had a bunch of adolescents running around school going, Chicago.
The Wachati are a peaceful people. They find all forms of life sacred.
I like them already.
Bumbawaya Tuna. Bumbawaya Tuna.
Hi there, nice to see you. Bumblebee Tuna? Bumblebee Tuna! Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. How are you this afternoon? All righty then.
Bumblebee
Greatest.
tuna.
All righty then.
Bumblebee tuna.
Solid.
Come on, the rhino birthing scene, getting hit in the legs with the what you call it. I can't even, the spears. There you go. Ah, ah. Come on. Oh, good movie. Good movie. Ace Ventura. Well done. What a run that guy had. I've been into some classics. You know what I watched? You know what I watched yesterday, actually? That is such a good film. Total Recall, man. You ever watch Total Recall, the Orig?
I don't think I have. No.
Oh boy, gosh, that's a good one. Back when movies were good and it wasn't just CGI and there was practical effects and actual storytelling. Darn CGI. That's a good movie though. That's a good movie. You ever watch Cinema Sins on YouTube?
No, I haven't seen that either.
Oh man, anyone in the YouTube chat seen that? Cinema Sins is the best. I have to send you over.
Yeah, please do.
Over it. It's literally this guy. It's been around for years and years and years, but it'll go over a movie. And Cinema Sins, it's like, literally funny enough, one I watched a day or two ago was Ace Ventura, but it's everything wrong with, and it's basically everything in the movie that like doesn't make sense. And it's so spot on. I have never watched a Cinema Sins video on YouTube that I did not enjoy. They are so good, and it's I gotta get you guys in on Cinema Sins. Let's see, Cinema Sins. Everything wrong with Ace Ventura. That was pretty good. Pretty good. I can't believe you guys haven't seen that. See, the YouTube algorithm wins for me. It wins for me. Okay, we're gonna. Oh no, we're not gonna watch the whole thing. That's the intro to Cinema Sins. You know that. You can turn my computer off now. I'm not gonna use it again. But no, you guys need to watch out. Look at this link in the chat. Boom, boom. There you go. Everything wrong with Ace Ventura. Such a good series. You guys definitely need to watch it. It's the best. All right, I think we're gonna get out of here, Brenden, because we pulled double duty here. Back here, basically hosted. I have hosted 2 fifth quarters and 2 game days in the last 24 hours. That's what I'll say tomorrow night, actually. Sorry.
Yeah, we got another.
See,
I said
it's all
more.
It's all a blur. It's all a blur. We got to get back to it
is.
in less than 24 hours. I don't even know what's going on anymore. You guys got me. Also, Total Recall. So good. So good. Arnie at his best. Also, Secret Level on Amazon right now if you're a video game guy. Pretty good. All right, there's 2 minutes left in the first period. Seattle tied 0-0 with Washington. We're going to head over there in just a second. To everyone in the YouTube chat, thank you. To my man, Tyler Linhart from Dean's Homestyle Cafe. Teasway Omelet, best breakfast in town. Thanks for calling in. I'll talk to you next time. You're getting better, buddy. I can tell the nerves are slowly starting to go away. And another reminder that Tuesday's game day will be live at Dr. Jack's. So if you show up to the game early, come and say hi. For my producer, Brenden, you've been awesome as always. To everyone listening, thank you again. We will talk to you tomorrow, 2 o'clock game day right here on your home of the Blazers, Rip City Radio 620.